Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not you've committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the State Attorney's Office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, we're given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pre-trial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you would like to hire a private attorney, whether you would like to represent yourself, or whether you would like me to appoint the Public Defender's Office. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. So if you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You're also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call, please let me know and make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this court writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear affirm testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. We're going to put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Bonnie Dunlap.
Oh, yes.
Good morning, Ms. Dunlap. Can I have your date of birth?
Yes, my name is,
Okay, when were you born?
Ruppe, Lisa Dunlap,
Okay.
765.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. You are here today for domestic battery.
My real name is Angelina Jones.
Angelina Jolie.
Check for the records on my pictures.
Yeah, you look just like her. All right, so Ms. Dunlap has been
I didn't hear them.
many MH cases in the clerk system. So just to let y'all know where she's come from, I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent her. I'm going to set her bond at $500. I'm going to order no contact, but I don't know how effective that's going to be. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Michael Borders, okay? Don't have any contact with him at all. I'm going to do it for you.
Michael Borders said,
Don't say anything.
God, this person like
Okay, honey, don't say anything, okay? Don't say anything. Okay, we're going to hold you until 4 o'clock
That's
today.
the reason my identity.
Okay, and then
It's the government's identity.
we're going to send a lawyer out. We're going to send a lawyer out to talk to you about that, okay? So we'll see you back to court November 16th at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay?
November 16th, I have to stay here with them.
So I'll talk to you about that at the jail, okay? Sandy Green. Hi, Ms. Green. Can I have your date of birth?
11/190.
All right. You are here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Merritt back on July 26th of this year. I'm guessing that you were in jail at that time in Sumter County. Is that right?
No, ma'am.
Like that. Okay. But you just came from Sumter, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to keep the bond at $10,000. We'll get you back in front of Judge Toner, see if you can resolve that fairly quickly. We'll get you back there November 13th at 1:15. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll appoint the PD, so I'm going to be out to see you soon, okay?
Thank you.
All righty. Courtney Terry. Good morning, Ms. Terry. Can I have your date of birth?
May 3rd, 91.
You're here today for a violation of pretrial release. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you on this case?
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
I'll appoint the PD. I see that you have an open case, 2018 NN3089. I'm going to recommit you on that case at this time. You'll be held without bond on that case until we get you back in court, and I'm going to set you for November 8th at 9 o'clock with your other case. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Dimas Feliciano. Don't have any contact with him whatsoever. And I'm going to, you're entitled to bond on this new case. I'm going to set your bond at $20,000. We'll see you back to court November 8th.
Judge, we did, she was going to be scheduled.
I understand.
For change of plea.
I understand. I'm well aware. her situation. Trevor Barstow. Can I have your date of birth?
6/11/90.
Okay, Mr. Barstow, it looks like you got something going on in Marion County. They have a violation of probation warrant out for you, and there's no bond on that. So we're going to hold you no bond until Marion comes and gets you. They should be able to come get you within the next 5 days. If for some reason they don't, then they'll get you back in front of me, and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay?
All right.
All right. David Brown.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Brown. Can I have your date of birth?
January 5th, 1984.
Alrighty. You're here today for a battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, I'll appoint the PD. State to paper prior record.
Panama
Yeah,
City,
Westford.
Okay, hold on one second, sir.
there's a out-of-state fugitive in 2003. Not sure what the hell that leads up to. There's a dropped, looks like a dropped theft in 2018, and then reckless driving indictment in another state. That must have been the 2003 out-of-state warrant. Other than that, I can't find anything right now.
Okay. All right, so I have an address here on Lockhart Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, that's where 4 officers showed up on my property. And
How long? All right, how long have you lived there, sir?
about 3 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Now I'm a disabled combat veteran.
Right. Okay. All right.
And
So because
were the
it's a
charges,
felony,
Lisa?
maybe we can look at Veterans Court for him, if we can put it up in the file. Well, did you tell me that you wanted me to appoint the PD to represent you?
I'm probably going to get represented by anybody. Like, I just need to know what I'm being charged with.
I told you you're being charged with battery against Henry Pittman, who was working in the emergency room as a nurse when you were at Bayfront Hospital on 10/23. That's what you're being charged with, okay? It's a battery charge right now. It's as a felony. There might be some way to get you into Veterans Court because you don't have much of a prior record. If you would like me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, they can help you with that.
Yeah, if I could do the veteran route, that would be good.
Okay, let me appoint the Public Defender's Office. I'll have them look into that for you. I'm going to order that you have no contact with that registered nurse in the emergency room or whatever. If you know who it is, don't have contact with that person. But I'm going to set your bond at $500, and we're going to see you back to court on November 26th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? And someone from the PD's office will reach out to you soon.
Is there some way to get those charges dropped? Because I was forced out of my own.
All right, I'm the wrong person to talk to you about that right now. You need to talk to your public defender about it, and they'll know how about getting that done, okay?
Mr. Brown, if you're released, contact our office.
Randall Cheek. Sir, can I have your date of birth?
8/3/02.
Okay, you were here today for a failure to appear on a felony petty theft in front of Judge Merritt on September 20th. He has set your bond at no bond. We're going to keep you held at no bond and see you back to court on November 13th. Did you have the public defender previously representing you on that?
Yes.
Okay, we'll make sure they're still on your case. Okay, I'll see you back November 13th in front of Judge Merritt. Michael Gregory. Can I have your date of birth?
April 8th, 1969.
All right, you're here today for a retail theft and resisting a merchant. The bonds are $1,000 each. I found probable cause for your arrest. And it's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hickman on October 18th. Do you want me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the PD, state the paper prior record.
Probation violation in
1 second, sir.
Probation violation in Hernando County, I think it's for a DUI. Other than that, I can't find a record in state or out of state.
About how long ago?
2012,
Okay.
2014.
Okay. Mr. Gregory, I have an address for you on Lilani Drive in Wikiwachi. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
7.5 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Seeking employment.
Okay. I'll set the bonds at $250 each, and we'll see you back on November 16th at 9 a.m., okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All righty. Justin Kaufman?
Good morning.
Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
6/21/97.
Okay, you were here today for you failed to appear on two petty thefts that were in front of me on October 18th, and the bond amounts are $2,000 each.
All right.
All right. Do you know if there was an offer? Do you know if there was
It was a return PTI.
Oh, okay.
That no hours, we had 25 hours on each case. No shoplifters course, he had a balance of 196 on each case. Supervision fee for August and September. And I've been trying to call and get him to come in, and that's the reason why I was returned.
Okay.
And Judge, originally it was a notice to appear.
Okay. All right, sir, what do you want to do? I mean, it looks like we put you on PTI, but you weren't able to follow any of those rules that you were supposed to follow. Now you have yourself in jail there. Your bond is $2,000 each. Are you working right now?
No. Not
Going to school?
no.
You're not working, you're not going to school, you're just out getting in trouble, huh?
No, not
And not, well, you're not doing your PTI, which we said we would drop the charges if you did the PTI and you didn't do it. So that would be yes, getting yourself in trouble.
I'm going through financial problems, so I couldn't pay the PTI, that's why. It's not.
Well, you didn't return any phone calls either, right?
I don't have service.
Okay. Did you go to probation and explain that to them and see if they could help you out?
I also don't have a vehicle, so there's no way for me to get down there.
Okay. All right, well then this is what we'll do is we'll keep the bonds at $2,000 and we'll see you back to court on November 9th. You want the public defender to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, we'll appoint the public defender in both cases.
All right, thank you.
Troy Lamoureux?
And,
Good morning.
my
What's your date of birth?
6/1/78.
All right, you are here today for a battery. Bond is $5,000. I found probable cause for your arrest.
That's it? Felony?
Looks like it.
Is there a misdemeanor or felony?
Hold on 1 second, sir.
Uh,
You're not going anywhere. You can relax while I look it up, right? It's a felony because you have two guilty convictions for battery on August 18, 2016 and August 10, 2018. Therefore, they're charged with a felony, which is why the bond is $5,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
yeah.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State other than those two?
See, there is a theft in 2016, petty theft, fraud case under 20,000 in 2018, and the batteries, the two prior batteries that the court mentioned, one of which was a domestic strangulation, and theft in another state in 2008. Looks like that was, what the heck state is that? North Carolina, I think, maybe? That's it.
Okay. Sir, I have an address for on Jefferson Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
6 months.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
About 25 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No.
I'm going to order that you have no contact with Marcia Hemby. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. If you have any contact with her while this case is pending, you could be charged with a crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yeah, no.
All right. I'm going to set the bond at $10,000, and we'll see you back to court November 13th at 1:15. Ryan Simpson. Have your date of birth.
3394.
You are here today for a failure to appear on 3 different charges: possession of controlled substance, and possession of paraphernalia. The bond amounts are a total of $9,000, and that's based on a warrant signed by Judge Turner on October 10th. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Please.
By the Public Defender's Office. We're going to keep the bond at $4,000, $4,000, and $1,000, and we're going to see you back at court November 26th at 8:30 in the morning. Someone from the Public Defender's Office will reach out to you soon, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Sean Campbell.
Good morning,
Good morning. Yeah, I don't have a case number. All right, this is 2018 MM2615. Mr. Campbell, you're charged with resisting or protecting an officer without violence and possession of paraphernalia. It's my understanding that we were going to resolve this case today.
Yes, ma'am. I signed for Department of Corrections yesterday.
Okay. Are you represented by the Public Defender's Office?
No, ma'am. I didn't need one. Maybe they didn't say they're just going to give me time served.
He's
I
stressed
can get on the next bus. I can cheer to you.
Time served is indeed the offer, so he can catch a bus.
All right. Doesn't matter how much time we do. I mean, I don't know.
Give him 5 days.
All right, Mr. Campbell, do you understand that by taking a plea on this case today that you're giving up right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
With regards to resisting or obstructing without violence and possession of paraphernalia in 2018 MM2615, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
Accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty. Send you to 5 days in the Hernando County Jail. Give you credit for the 5 days that you have in. You will have fines and court costs assessed against you. I assume the cost of incarceration was addressed in the felony case, and that should clear up the case for you. You are releasable to DOC, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You said 5 days credit?
Yes.
You want
5
more?
days in, 5 days credit. So that way, okay?
It's cheaper. It's cheaper than that.
Thank you for figuring that out. All right. Did we get everyone to the jail? All right. Have a good day.